What is the probability of finding a raw score above a 4.5 and below a 2? Okay, so first off, we need to find those z-scores. Okay, we're going to have to do them twice again because we have two different raw scores. So for our first one, we have 4.5. Standard deviation is 1.5. Mean is 4. And then for our second one, the raw score is 2. Standard deviation equals 1.5. And the mean equals 4. Okay? So we will go ahead and plug those in. So 4.5 minus our mean of 4 over standard deviation of 1.5 equals 0.5 over 1.5. And then we are going to go ahead and divide that out. That is going to give us a z-score of 0.33. Okay, and then for our second one, we will have 2 minus our mean of 4 over a standard deviation of 1.5, so that's going to give us a negative 2 over 1.5, and then we're going to go ahead and divide that out, and that's going to give us a z-score of negative 1.33. Okay, now draw the normal curve. Okay, so we have got our score of negative 1.33. And then our other z-score of 0.33. Okay, and if we look at our problem, we are finding the probability of a raw score above a 4.5, so that's this here, and below a 2. So these are the two areas that we need. Okay, so go ahead and pull out our sheet here. We are looking for 1.33. So that means that this area here is 40.82%. And then we have 0.33. So that means that this area is 12.93%. Okay. So let's find this area first. Okay. So we will have 50 minus 12.93, and that is going to give us 37.07%. Okay, so this area here is 37.07%. Okay, and then for the second one, we are going to take 50 and take away 40.82. That is going to give us 9.18%. Okay, so now we are going to convert both of those into probabilities. So we will have 37.07 divided by 100. That's going to give us 0.3707, which will give us a probability of 0.37, okay? And then for the second one, we will have 9.18 divided by 100 equals 0.0918. Rounded equals the probability of 0.09. Okay, now if we look at our problem, it says what is the probability of finding a raw score above a 4.5 and below a 2? Now when you see that word and, that means that you are going to multiply those two probabilities. So let's go ahead and erase that here. So our probabilities that we had was 0.37 and 0.09. Okay, so because that word and was in there, we are going to multiply 0.37 by 0.09, and that is going to give us our final answer of 0.03. Okay, so the probability of finding a raw score above a 4.5 and below a 2 is 0.03. Okay, last example. What is the probability of finding a raw score above a 5 or below a 1? Okay, so first step, let's go ahead and find those z-scores. Okay, and we're going to have to do this twice. So for our first one, our raw score is 5. Standard deviation is 1.5. Mean is 4. Okay, and then for our second one, our raw score is 1. Standard deviation is 1.5. Mean is 4. Okay, so let's just plug those into the equation. So we have 5 minus 4 over 1.5. That gives us 1 over 1.5, and when we divide that out, that gives us a z-score of 0.67. Okay, now for our second one, we have 1 minus 4 over 1.5. That's going to give us a negative 3 over 1.5. Divide that out. We get a z-score of negative 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot those on our curve. Okay, so we have a negative 2 and we have 0.67. Okay, and we are looking for above a 5, so that would be above the z-score here, or below a 1. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and find those percentages. So we have a 2.00, so that means that this area is 47.72%. And then for 0.67, we have 24.86%. All right, so we take 50, subtract 47.72. That is going to leave us with 2.28. Okay, so this area here is 2.28%. Okay, then we do the same thing for the other side. So 50 minus 24.86, that is going to give us 25.14. So 25.14. Okay, so now let's go ahead and convert those percentages into probabilities. So we have 2.28 divided by 100 is going to give us 0.0218. That is going to give us a probability of 0.02. Okay, and then for the second one, we have 25.14% divided by 100. That is going to give us 0.2514. That is going to give us a probability of 0.25. Okay, now if we look at the problem, it is asking for a raw score above a 5 or a raw score below a 1. Now, because it is asking for or, that means that we add. So when we add, we are going to take 0.02 and we are going to add that to 0.25. That is going to give us 0.27. So our final answer for this is 0.27. So the probability of finding a raw score above a 5 or a raw score below a 1 is 0.27. All right, congratulations. You guys just did probability. Good job.